Here we are again. So this is another. I mean, I say low ELO. It's home. Um, I'm not. I should stop saying low ELO because this is just kind of where we are. You can obviously take from the context clues that I lost this game, but let's go through and there are important sections here. I think that we can learn from. We're playing the black pieces. We're doing the Owens defense. Here, it's going to say taking this is the right move. To be honest, I kind of agree. Um, but I want to get in my position. And they say, you know what? It's logical chess has a line that says, chess shouldn't be played automatically like a robot. And this is the kind of situation where this is free. And yes, when this one inevitably comes out, I would need to come back, but I'm now a piece up in front of the king, and yeah. So I thought I've seen this structure before in terms of the Owens. Yeah, I'm threatening to win a bishop, so I want to come here and I want to fork. They could push, that would suck. But hey, it is what it is. I don't think they do that. Yeah, they just take. I take. I didn't know if this was a good move. And it's sometimes there are where general principle interfere with kind of good play. If I move my queen out here, outside of coming here, there's nothing really that's going to threaten me. Anyway, so I take. Now this pawn actually becomes kind of a problem to me later. They go ahead and castle. Now I bring my queen up because I'm looking right here. I now have a pretty good. Now, could I have developed my bishop here? Yeah, probably could have, to be perfectly honest. Huh. Well. You live and learn. They come over. This was a fairly obvious move. I had the black bishop coming up here to defend. I had that just in the back pocket. Now I'm trying to adhere to opening principles. I don't know this move. I don't know what this does. It does want me to move my queen, though. Oh, I think it was this move prevents the knight from coming in here and attacking the queen. So they move their queen, and the idea here is takes, and this is what during the game I think the idea is, come here, take, I take, and it's a basic queen trade, except you lose a queen and a rook while I lose a bishop and my queen, so I would come out just a little bit. I decide to come up here because I'm threatening this square. As of right now, if I can get rid of this knight, checkmate is on the board. And this part is to my detriment. I am not ready to mount an attack. This is too aggressive of a move. Yeah, and I would say focusing on this is kind of the reason I lost. So they come out. Again, they want to threaten. I'm not exactly sure what this does. I think it maybe prepares something. I don't really know what this does. Maybe lets out the bishop to come attack the queen, I think. Let's see if they do it. I push this up because I now see that this knight needs to go, and so I'm hoping they take. I push. Oh, they would take that. That wouldn't be good. Regardless, they take, I push. They would go away with the knight. Because I'd push the knight out, and in that ensuing confusion, I would take this knight, and there is, if y'all can see, a problem with that. The big problem is once this moves, you see it eventually. You see it. They come here, this gets pushed out, and then they just escape, and I don't have a follow-up. What happens next? They push up to push this, and I'm sure if I can create enough threats, it's like the danger levels thing, and it does kind of work. It saves this knight for a little bit. Where do you want to lose your light squared bishop and then have to deal with me forking the king and a pawn, and then you would take it, and now you're doubled up, and I have a thing. No, they don't want to do that, so they take with the rook, or they take with the pawn. I take back with the pawn, even though it's telling me, and I fully agree that I should have escaped. But in that second, I see this, and I'm like, this is what I needed. This is what I needed for the checkmate. And unfortunately, it just goes really well for the opponent. They take, I take, and this is all exactly how I calculated. I came here expecting a checkmate, and I didn't get it. And I think I sat here for, like a minute and a half trying to figure out, oh man, what the heck? Because now I have to calculate this whole thing. My queen is super vulnerable. My knight's gonna absolutely get taken next turn. How do I do this? I'm thinking maybe come over here because that's with check. It gets taken, so that doesn't really work. Except, because it's not like I can come here because then they just take. I had nothing here, and realistically, I should have. I feel like reset. They move, and this would have been a perfect time to. The problem is my bishop is hanging with this, or my rook. So in my effort to come up here and protect this, I don't see this long diagonal and how I just gave up a rook. So they take the rook, as you should, I guess. Now if they would have came down here. Oh, I couldn't have taken. Look at that. I would have just lost that piece. That would have had to move. Taken this piece. I mean, you're really like this. Going on the attack this early just was not good, and it's something I need to work on. And here's the problem: is in all the calculating I did, and I tried to do a little bit. It's what I'm working on right now. I didn't have an answer to this. I didn't see it, and it's like, well, if you need more, bring more pieces to bear, but this rook has a crazy diagonal, so I can't bring this rook to bear. I can come up here, but it's not doing a lot except for maybe trapping this knight, even though if I take the knight, I've got a pretty crazy fork. And so I just goof, and I blunder my queen. This doesn't say blunder, but I absolutely... And I should have came back and, shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is tough. It is a tough situation to be in. He takes it, obviously, and this is kind of a losing game. You can clearly see 18, 28. There's 14 more moves, give or take. Why am I not resigning when they have plus 15 and, they can come here, they can just gobble everything up. Heck, they can come here. I can't do anything. But I want to... At this point, I'm trying to fight. Go there. They take. Maybe I can now do something here with a check and go. And so it's not... If you play the right moves, or if you can find the right moves, it's not completely lost. It is tough, and you would have to scrabble back. And at this point, I'm at 925, but I could have slowed down. I could have fought back. This actually, dang, I'm sad I didn't see. I saw this, but I didn't see the follow-up of here. That's as far as I calculated. Oh, go here, go there. But then I couldn't come here. Take. And then that's forked. I just, maybe they go back, or I'm not sure what you do, but this is a good way to win some material. Try and fight back. That's the struggle that I'm having here. There was a goofy move I pulled a little later, which also was really bad, because right now this bishop is not, it's threatening here, sure, but I can get this knight out and start moving it around, and not that they would let me have 4 free moves, but I can get it out. And unfortunately, I make a bonehead move, with this pawn, and it just everything's going downhill. I'm trying to recover. I'm a little gutted from the rook. I'm not tilted. Maybe I'm a little tilted. I don't know. This is the only game I'm playing today, though. So they take, I take it back. I'm not super worried about this being open right now because on the off chance they try and like invade, if they try and come here, if they try and come here, if they try and come here, like for the most part, this file is not super dangerous. Will it be? Probably. It's something to look at. Anyway, so they start gobbling stuff up. They took this, remember, and that would have been real smart because then I could. And so now my plan is to just start trying to find avenues where I can get a material or positional advantage. I'm not feeling great. Take their rook. That kind of goes to nothing. Now they're both attacking this one. And so if they take and I take back, then they take, and that's checkmate. So it's just downward spiraling. The opponent's not making great moves, but at the same time, they're not making bad enough moves that it's going to change the tide. I come here with the expectation to come up and maybe I want to pin this knight. I want to pin it to the king. Nothing's defending the knight right now, so I could just take it next turn. Except I kind of blundered a second piece. And now it's like, it's hopeless. I feel like it's hopeless. Decide to move my boy here. Oh, that's why this bishop move, this light bishop move, just to talk about it, shuts my knight down completely. That was the bonehead move. Shouldn't have done it. Let him take it and just get out and start moving. But this, nope. My knight can go nowhere. And even after this move, my knight can now go here and be taken immediately. Nothing can protect it. And so then my bishop, it was a certain like, what do I protect? What do I even protect? I'm so behind. It's hard to even. There's just threats everywhere. So now I'm trying to maybe make a play with my pawns. I don't have a lot of faith right now, to be perfectly honest. Come in. This is now open, and maybe I can get some play with my king if I can go up, except we got a double bishop set up. And as soon as so honestly, I believe if you come here, it's checkmate. No, it's not checkmate because I can go down. But then, as soon as you come here, it's checkmate. I don't see a way out. I'm still not resigning. Yeah. Just trying to do whatever I can. These pawns. And then now that this pawn can't move, I'm kind of done for. I'm really hoping for a stalemate. They pushed that in. I was hoping I was hoping this would be the stalemate if they messed up, and then they put me into a ladder mate. There's a book called Silman's Endgame, complete endgame course that I'm going through. Obviously, I don't need to know much about endgames. Not yet, at least, according to everything. But in one point, he talks about when you're lower rated, you don't resign because you can see then how your opponents or people at your level are dealing with certain endgame principles or certain how they deal with endgames. And you learn how to fight back. This is, a pretty losing situation. And if I just resign straight out, then I'll never have been in such a situation that I can fight back and look and calculate and do all that stuff. Did it stink? Yeah, it did. This stopped being fun the second that the rook took my queen, and I felt like I no longer had a chance. But I do think it was important so that I can look back at the entire thing. How did I fight? How could I fight better? Um, which is another thing we'll look at later is like if you're in this kind of in-game position, right, where your attack fails, how do you safely get out of this without just completely losing everything? You're down -6. So what's the play here? It ain't that. It is not that. And here it's saying castle and just get ready, because if they take that, you need to take this. And at this point, maybe I could come over here and have a little play, except that's being taken. Then I guess I could come out here. Nope. And then get taken. So, yeah. It's all just kind of, it's interesting. And this is kind of the stuff that, for me, makes it a little fun. I could have came here, pin this knight. Maybe not come this way, but come this way instead. And then maybe keep it here. Or not even castle. Not yet, at least. And just throw this move in. And just see what they do. Because I don't think you can defend it, sure. You defend there. Anyway, that's my thought process on it. No, because then it still, they come here. You gotta get the queen out of there. I just metaphorically blundered my queen again. So you get it out of there. Not every game is gonna be, a stomp. But I had fun with this one right up until this point. And then the recovery was kind of rough, and it never really happened. And you feel like you're just fighting and hoping that they make a crazy mistake. Anyway, so that was another adventure in low ELO, losing. I'm not out of the 600s yet. I'm 601, so we'll see where we are in the next few days.